Hey everybody. It is a quarter till midnight, Friday night, and we have our next, and if I'm shouting, I'm sorry. The music's playing in my ears, but we have the next episode of House of Dragon. So we're going to get it watched so we can get it in the mail for Saturday morning. I think we'll be able to finish the series and maybe even get one movie in before DVDs stop coming. So we're getting there. Crossing our fingers. I probably just jinxed myself. At any rate, I and I forgot to mention it is like hot. I don't have any air conditioning for those of you that have heard me say that. Sorry for repeating it. But I'm dripping sweat. Underwear is soaked. It's a good thing I don't have a bra on. It would be soaked. But yeah, it's hot. And it's probably only a high of 80 today or something like that. So it's only going to get worse. And I'll probably end up moving my recording stuff downstairs just because next Friday, which you guys, this will be up way, way, way past the time that this happens. But I start my collab work with Brooke Reacts, to Hercules and Xena and all of that. And so I did a special area up downstairs just for those reactions. And it's cooler in the basement anyhow. So I will probably just move all of my future reactions down there, at least until wintertime hits. So, House of Dragon, we're on season 1, episode 3. I thought I had already done episodes 3 and 4. So I don't know if I dreamed it and whatever, or if I just am feeling like everything's taken forever. Not necessarily the episode itself, but just things in general in life seem to be taking forever. I can't remember too much from episode 2, but what I do remember is that the one guy is going to team up with, hold on, I'm trying to keep the families straight. Right now, the Targaryens are on the throne, but he's married to a Targaryen, but he's mad, so he's going to go team up with the enemy that's going to challenge the Targaryens. But I can't remember which family he's from. I can't even picture his face right now. Hi, old girl. You're going to lay on me because it's hot, right? What a terrible time period for her to be needy and having to be on me. Yeah, she insists on laying on me when she can. Although she's been sleeping in the bedroom more and more, so I try not to disturb her when she's sleeping in there when I'm in here because it's just too hot. And little girl wants to go to bed. She goes, "It's bedtime, mommy. It's not time to react." She'll get down in a minute. So that scene is pretty much the only scene I remember the best. I remember the king said he's going to remarry, but he picked Aliston. I think that's how we say her name, who I believe is his daughter's lover. I think I'm assuming that correctly. Daughter, oh, daughter, and I forget daughter's name, but daughter did get the dragon egg back from her uncle. Keep the relationship straight too. She got and that's who the other guy is teaming up with, the uncle. She got the dragon egg back, rode in on her own dragon, even though his dragon was threatening to kill the army of the current king. And so She then flew off and just acted like a badass and scoffed when her father yelled at her. So remember that. And I thought that they were in King's Landing the whole time, but then it made it sound like he wasn't in King's Landing because they were talking about Westeros, but the uncle is at Dragonstone. So I'm not quite sure where Daddy King is. And I haven't looked up anything since this is still fairly new as far as show wise. I think it's what, a year old at this point? What year do they have on here? 2022. And this is June 2023 or July 2023. It's almost August. August starts Tuesday. I don't want to look up anything and spoil anything because all of the stuff that's like the breakdown and all that kind of stuff, they tend to have some channels tend to put spoilers in the thumbnails, and sometimes those pop up in my recommendations without me even trying. So I try to be very careful about that. There, there are some reactors that will put catchy little things in their titles or in their thumbnails, trying to get people to click. Obviously, I'm not one of them because I don't even promote myself about like, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff, which I'm going to be doing it with Brooke, but and it's going to be hard for me to get used to doing that. But I don't try to clickbait you or anything like that, so I don't do it. But there are reactors out there that'll do that, and they don't care that their stuff will sometimes inadvertently pop into people's recommendations, and then they've spoiled it for that person. Unless they live under a rock, they're going to get spoiled. So I do try to be careful about some of that kind of stuff. Because I was watching other reactors react to The Walking Dead, which I have finished season 11, but I haven't put it up yet. I don't know when I'm going to get it up. This will probably end up first before The Walking Dead, but I was having stuff from Skybound and from reactors pop up, and so I knew certain things were going to happen. Although I didn't realize there was a change on one of the spoilers, so I was surprised by that. But so I do try to be careful. I'm not one of those people that get all upset about titles that are thrown up being spoilers or anything like that, especially with past shows. But there are folks that get very upset about that kind of stuff. At any rate, I think shows nowadays really do try to not allude to too much. Or in the case of Game of Thrones and House of Dragons, they appear to have a lot of different meanings attached to that title. Or that's the theme. So there's a bunch of different things bouncing off of that title rather than it being one specific spoiler, if that makes sense. So I do think shows nowadays are better about that kind of stuff. But my philosophy is if they put it in the title, then it wasn't meant to be a spoiler. So, all right, that little rant over and all of my memories fading from this point forward. Let's go ahead and get into episode 3. I don't even know what the title is yet. The music is cut off, so I've talked too long for the DVD, but let's go ahead and get into this episode. And Purdy's comfortable, so no, that was not an invitation for my lap. Get back on the arm of the chair. So this one is called Second of His Name instead of First of His Name, which, speaking of, usually the tradition is to pass down first names and that sort of thing. And isn't this one's name is Aegon or something like that? And didn't we have an Aegon in Game of Thrones? Was Aegon the Mad King? Or Aegon was the brother of the Mad King? I don't know. But I guess if they're saying the first of their name, then there's been nobody in their family lineage with that name. Is that what we're saying? I don't quite understand the first of his name, but we've got a second of his name, so I don't know if that is referring to uncle, brother, or if it's going to be referring to maybe a family we haven't met yet. Because we've got some new families in here, even though I've heard some names that are familiar. Or they're new families to me. Let me phrase it that way. So, some of you super fans probably know some of these names from the books, anyhow. So, okay, let's get into it. That looks like Dragonstone. Let's see if I can guess these places. I'm terrible with maps, though. And we did talk about blood and stone or blood and fire last time. Your way. It's almost tree-like. I think I commented on that before. Is that the... I can't tell if that was a building or something else. Quit flicking your butt. I think these are more symbols than they are actual places and stuff, but I don't know. Seahorse? It's not exactly what a seahorse looks like, but that looks like what they're indicating. Oh, and we ended on these and they were showing a face, and I didn't know if we were supposed to know the face. And this is who Uncle and the other guy are talking about attacking.
The sea snake will have your foxy fucking head!
Oh, it's a sea snake, not a seahorse. What part? Oh, the hand? Yeah.
Fuck you, Prince Strayhawk.
Prince who? And it almost had a harpy mask, didn't he? Wow, he's going to get burned alive anyhow. I don't think it's going to save him.
Save me!
Yeah. Didn't think he was going to live. He was too happy. Too happy at the sight of being saved. That was the uncle's helmet. Look how long that neck is. It's a lot longer than I'm used to. It almost looks unnatural. Or, I know, it's a dragon. It doesn't seem to fit. So I couldn't hear the name he was hollering for, but that guy with the mask must be that guy. Did they just kill the uncle? Oh, okay. It's a weird shaped dragon. What was that? What was that?
He has your hair, Your Grace.
He does have my hair.
He has your eyes, Your Grace.
Yes, he does.
She's very interested.
2 years old, and already our boy has a kingly presence.
Has it been 2
He
years?
will grow. He's the king's firstborn son.
I don't know that His Grace sees it so clearly.
Then it lies with you to make him see it.
Is it not his grandson?
The matter of the stepstones is regrettably urgent.
It's been 3 years. It can wait another 3 days.
Dismissive. That's not very good.
Have you seen Rhaenyra?
I have.
Rhaenyra, that's her name.
The dragon's eye under
She's got a nice little pad set out there.
You may go, Samuel. You are to stay by order of the princess.
Samuel. Is his last name
The
Charlie?
Queen commands you to leave the Godswood at once. And perhaps the hunt could be fun.
Is it the king's command?
She's trying. She's still watching. I know she's out of view now, though.
And make me a proud grandsire.
Grandsire.
Not so
The princess. And you have duties.
As I am ceaselessly reminded.
Well, that was awkward. What do you think?
Here's to his grace on his second name day.
So, there's one for the second of his name. Was he noticing the guard watching Rhaenyra?
What will happen to Lady Joanna?
How have you served the one with late Lady Red Wine, waiting cake?
Waiting cake. So she's being sassy, and the ladies are not happy with her. Dad's not happy with her. Peacocks. We had peacocks on our chicken farm when I was little.
Lord Jason Lannister.
Gathered that from all the lions.
I don't think we've been properly introduced.
He's got the golden hair, doesn't he? Oh, he was the one that was eyeing her, wasn't he? And then Dad was noticing.
Honestly, can't recall much of that either.
The rock is thrice the height of the high tower in Old Town, taller still than the wall in the north.
She hates bragging.
Thank you for the wine.
She didn't care for that game, but she was good in that she didn't disrespect him completely.
Jason Lannister is an excellent match.
Arrogant and self-serious.
Well, I thought you might have that in common. Yes.
The Royal Huntsman has sent a report, Your Grace. There's been a sighting of a white hart.
White
The
Hart?
stag is the king of the King's Wood, Your Grace, a regal portent for Prince Aegon's name day.
Princess, wait!
Is he supposed to trail her to protect her? Caught up to her pretty good. I'm a little surprised.
You want me to kill him?
She's tempted.
Many in the realm would gladly trade positions with you, Princess.
Only because none of them.
I do like her top, or duster. Probably
One day,
like a duster
not
vest.
so long ago,
I'm waiting for somebody to ask, well, if you have to get married, who do you want to marry?
White Hart was the symbol of royalty in these lands.
So is White Hart a albino stag? And the stag represents, as far as the symbols, the Baratheons, if I remember correctly.
I would be honored to take the Princess Rhaenyra to wife, Your Grace. What I offer you,
About that.
if you were to name young Aegon heir, Your Grace.
And when would I be doing that?
I'm glad he's
Have your bannermen
standing up against that idea a little bit.
Of course not.
I'm glad he's standing up for it. But
the gift?
the thought did cross his mind. They kind of indicated that when he was looking at the baby. And hopefully he just got an understanding of what Rhaenyra was talking about.
It is not my wish to command her. I want her to be happy.
I believe that.
There is another choice beyond Casterly Rock. One, perhaps...
His
who
son?
might be Prince Aegon.
What? Is this where Jaime and Cersei get the idea from?
Not to be suffocated by all this fucking politicking.
Unfortunately, there'll still be people talking about it. And I guess Otto's proposal would make him grandpa of the future king. You're getting a little drunk there, Aegon.
Powerless over mine own daughter of 7 and 10.
Children
Of 7 and 10. Does that mean she's 17?
His daughters in particular.
So she was 14 in the first episode?
Do you wish to hear my opinion on the matter?
Nope.
We must pray, of course, that Laenor survives the fighting in the Stepstones.
He didn't listen to him the first time. Oh, I was going to say, where are those screams? But it must be like a peacock or something.
Tell me something, Sir Kristen.
A crow.
They'll have no choice but to, Princess.
There could be an uprising. Somebody's out there. Is it the stag? Don't kill him. I do like him. I'm not liking this, though. I'm waiting for the jump. Oh, it's a boar. Coming back. Oh, it's pawing at her. And they can kill. Did she kill it initially herself, or did Christian kill it? What are we burning? Or is it just a bonfire?
Very few among us have been dreamers.
She's a dreamer.
A male babe, born to me, wearing the conqueror's crown.
Wearing the conqueror's crown?
I thought Rhaenyra was the way out of my
Oh, that's
abyss
right. His name is
of grief and
Viserys,
regret.
not Aegon.
And naming her heir would begin to set things right.
Oh, it
But
did.
I
there
never imagined I would
was his
remarry.
father an Aegon. I hear a horn. They spot the stag or scare it off. Oh, I see a sundog. It was quick, but it was there. Really tiny. Something's moaning. Well, it's not a white stag, but it is a stag. Is he gonna let him go? It's no fun if they're holding the animal for him. I've never admired the pageantry of royalty, whether it's real life royalty or made up royalty in shows. Don't do it. Oh, he did it. They kind of gave it features that are more reindeer-like. Poor thing suffered. And it's not very sportsmanlike to kill an animal that's tied up like that. Quick kissing his ass. He didn't do anything brave. Still has the blood from the boar. They've ruined that wig. Ah, there's the white stag. Very beautiful and majestic. She's going to tell him no. Yep. I didn't say it quite fast enough. I liked her approach much better. Now, did anybody overhear his moaning and groaning while they were at the campfire? Almost looked like Brienne. Oh, didn't talk to him? Is that? No conversation?
When you bore the king a son, you ended 15 years of uncertainty and doubt. Aegon, like his namesake, was born to rule the Seven Kingdoms.
Okay, so he's named after his grandfather. Or Viserys wasn't named by his father, was he?
What of my son? Would you have me raise a man to steal his own sister's birthright?
It is Aegon that's being robbed. He's the firstborn son of the king to deny that he
I'm glad she's standing up to her father, but I don't think it's going to last long.
The gods have punished me for my indulgences.
At least the wine was good.
She's going to talk to him about naming Aegon.
But she must believe it is her choice to do so.
Now, maybe she's not going to name Aegon.
May I?
Is she going to propose something
Lord Corlys and Prince Daemon are losing their war.
that nobody has suggested?
That I am forever doomed to anger one person in the pleasing of another.
True.
Then I pose a simpler question. Is it better for the realm if the crab feeder thrives or is vanquished?
Dwarfstone.
Are they going to talk?
The Vale had an army to rival the North. I've heard that story since I've had ears to.
I loved her.
What does she propose?
She made a man of me.
If it was for advantage, you would have wed Laena Velaryon.
She's got you on that.
That is true enough.
Glad he admits it.
You must marry. Strengthen your own claim. Shore up your succession. Multiply. As to your man.
Is she going to name Christian?
Make it yourself. Search him out. Find one that pleases you.
What if it's another woman, though?
You will not be supplanted.
We're emphasizing that. So does that mean eventually he'll go back on it, or that he will keep that word? Can't tell. I think that's fire at the base of the mountain there. So I didn't quite catch on to if Viserys is helping the crab
We have 16,
person
perhaps
or
18
not.
seaworthy ships.
It's a weird shaped dragon.
If you do not seize control of this war, my lord, the crabs will soon dine on all
So
of
that
us.
guy's the sea snake, right? She's laying down sideways, massaging the old cat. And apparently it was hurting the old girl. I think he said, because he said he would never ask for help, it was the other one that asked for help. He did go ahead and send support of Damien, even though Damien didn't want it. And I think that was confirmation that the king is supporting Damien and the other guy, the sea snake.
It is instead my hope that this aid will deliver the victory that has thus far evaded us.
Okay.
I shall pray nightly to the gods for your safe return.
So I was assuming correctly then. But it's delayed help. Is he offering up himself to the crab guy? Oh, he's waving a white flag? Is he really giving it up because his trick didn't work? Or is he luring him out? Throwing down his sword? Yeah, I'd be looking for the dragon too. Is he the way he is because he was nibbled on by crabs himself? He's got something up his slave. I think the dragon is somewhere over the hills. Maybe not. Oh, he keeps looking up. Okay. It was a ploy. I think he will make it to the end. He keeps looking for the dragon. Oh, he got hit. Maybe he won't make it to the end. I think it's going to come up over the ridge. I'll have to look up what untreated scabies looks like too. He's looking for the dragon too. It's somewhere. Is this where we get a Targaryen does not burn? There it is. It did blow him back. Oh, who's that on the dragon? It's not his dragon. Is it Rhaenyra? I can't say her name now. Rhaenyra or Rhaenyra? Rhaenyra. He's going back into the cave. He's going to follow him. I saw white hair under the helmet on the dragon. Is it one of the ones with the dreads? No. Or maybe. Maybe it was the one that was talking mutiny. Is that his arm? He got the crab man? Oh. Well, yeah, his arm. The upper half of his body. He's all bloody. So the second of his name is Viserys' son, who's named after not Viserys' father, but was it his uncle that named him? It was a choice between the nephew and the niece, and they picked the nephew, which was Viserys. I think I followed that correctly. Maybe not. The old girl actually got in the litter box. I'm shocked. So Damien was upset because Viserys did agree to send troops to help Damien, but it was going to be a while. And they weren't going to last a while, so they had to come up with another plan. If I followed all of that. It could be I just made all of that up. I was glad to see that Alicent is not trying to manipulate Viserys and name Aegon as the next ruler, his heir. Although I think if her dad keeps pushing, she may end up doing it. But I hope not, because I think she's seen how mad he's gotten at other people trying to name somebody other than Rhaenyra. Hi, old girl. I saw you got in the litter box. Decided to be nice to me? I think Rhaenyra appreciated what Viserys said to her there towards the end when they had their talk. I don't know if she's going to choose another man, though. I think she was fully in love with Alicent, which is why she was so mad. But I think she's attracted to just women. Could be wrong. But we'll have to see who she names. Hi, buddy. They can't see your beautiful face. Now they can. I do think there is a possibility that she will choose Christian, and that will cause all sorts of chaos. But I think she will choose him because she can tolerate being around him. And she knows that he's not after the crown, per se. And he does seem to want to be doing his job and all that kind of stuff. So if she chooses a man, I think it will be Christian. But I think she'll try to choose a woman. That's it for my guesses and comments. The rest of it was just a lot of pageantry, which I hate, that kind of stuff. So we're just going to go ahead and go on to the next episode. So thank you all for joining me on this one. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.